Hello and welcome to the Car Compass. My name is Sandu, and in today's video we have a comparison at Chevrolet. These are going to be the top trims for the Traverse. To my right I have the 2026 Chevrolet Traverse, and this is the RS in the all-wheel drive. To my left I have the Chevrolet Traverse in the high country, and this is the front-wheel drive. And now that I mentioned, because this is a front-wheel drive and this is an all-wheel drive, what's the MPG difference? For the city you're going to get the exact same thing, 20 miles per gallon for the city. When it comes to the highway, you're going to get the difference. Because this is all-wheel drive, you're going to get 24. Because this is a front-wheel drive, you're going to get 26 miles per gallon. Now, your tank size capacity is going to be exactly the same, 19.4 gallons, regardless of the trim you get. So now, what are the trims that you're going to get in the Traverse? You're going to get the LT, Z71, RS, and the high country. Because this is a front-wheel drive in our video today, you also have the option to get the all-wheel drive. So don't let that fool you. Now, before we move forward, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's really going to help me out and my channel to grow. And a big thank you and a shout out to Chevrolet Roseville here in Roseville, California at the Alamo Mall for providing me with these two cars for the review. Also, don't forget this video is filmed in 4K. Make sure you adjust your YouTube settings to watch this at the highest quality. Now, I'm carrying a measuring tape, and you might wonder why. It's because once we get in the cargo, I'm going to give you measurements into inches, not just cubic feet of space. So stay tuned, and you're going to see that later on in the video. Now, let's discuss a little bit about the pricing, because that's another important factor that you're going to decide when you go to your nearest dealership and try to buy the RS or the high country. So the high country in our video today comes with $55,100, and it's going to have an add-on on top of that MSRP sticker. That's going to be a blacked out bow tie. You're going to pay $295 for that. So that's not a difference, because the bow tie is going to be blacked out on the RS. That comes standard, but on the high country in our video today, that's not standard. And now MSRP sticker for the RS, $57,400. So that's going to be a difference of $2,300 without the add-ons. But our specific one in our video today has a moonroof or a panoramic sunroof as an added option, has the floor liners and a cargo package. So that's going to take your total MSRP sticker to a different price. But please keep that in mind. So add-ons, bow tie on the high country, sunroof and the cargo with the liners on the RS. So those are not differences. They do not come standard. Now let's go ahead and talk direct differences. The first one you're going to see, and the most obvious one, is going to be your front grille. As you can see, the high country is more of a luxurious front grille, to where on the RS is a high gloss, more sportier. Also for the RS, you're going to have the emblem for the RS on the driver's side for the front grille, to where on the high country you do not have that emblem at all. Everything else, it's exactly the same when it comes to the front. Parking sensors, full LED lights, full LED daytime running lights with signal lights and emergency lights integrated with your super cruise control sensors and all that good stuff. You have the rain sensing wipers as well on both of them. Now, what's the engine that you're going to get in the Traverse? You only have one option. That's going to be the 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder 8-speed automatic transmission. That's going to bring you 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. The next difference you're going to see is going to be on the side. Your rims, the tires or the rubbers are going to be exactly the same. A Continental Cross Contact LX20, and the exact size you're going to get in both of them is 275 by 45 by 22. But as you can see, the rim is different. On the high country, you have two-tone rim, to where on the RS it's just one color. The next difference is going to be pretty much the chrome versus a blackout, and you're going to see that on the Traverse for the front doors, driver and passenger. And also you're going to see your door handles. On the high country, you're going to have chrome. So pretty much a two-tone door handle, to where on the RS is just the same color as the car, no difference. Another difference you're going to see is around your windows. It's going to be chrome versus high gloss, and also your roof rails. And now the added option on the RS looks just like this, the sunroof, or the panoramic sunroof, I should say. And this is how it looks if you have it. It's not standard on any of these two cars, not on the high country, not on the RS. So if you want to have that that sunroof, you're going to pay extra dollars. Now let's move forward and discuss some dimensions, because we're here on the side, and let's see if you can fit this into your garage or if it's going to be easy to park it on your driveway. And the length is going to be 204.5 inches. Your width is going to be 80 inches, and that does not include the mirrors. Your height is between 70 and 71 inches, wheelbase 121, and the ground clearance is 6.77 inches. So now we're done with the differences for the front and the side. Let's go ahead and see differences for the rear. And now we're here in the rear, and unfortunately there is very few differences between the High Country and the RS. And the first one is going to be your badges. High Country on the passenger side for the High Country, and then the RS on the passenger side for the RS, in red versus chrome. That's one difference. And then the blacked out letters that you're gonna find: Traverse all-wheel drive in blackout, to where the Traverse, because it's a front-wheel drive, it's not specified front-wheel drive, but that's going to be chrome. Now, don't let this bow tie fool you. As mentioned, this is an added option on the High Country. If you would not have that added option, you would have that in gold. So that's another difference: bow tie blacked out versus gold, but I cannot show you in the video. Now, no other differences, but let me go over this a little bit very quick. Digital rear view camera right under the spoiler, brake light, same color as the car, your windshield wiper, your backup camera, your sensors, and this High Country and also the RS is equipped with auto park assist. Your quad exhaust tips on both, and then your spare tire is going to be inside your cargo. So now let's go ahead and open this lid. It's an electric assisted lid, and these come with hands-free option as well. Another information I want to give you is your towing capacity. If it's equipped with the towing package, this gets you a maximum of 5,000 of towing capacity. And now let's see the interior. And you're looking right now at the High Country, and this does not have the liners added option and the cargo package added option. So it's a very simple one, and the cargo space is going to be no different between RS and the High Country. With all the seats up, you get 22.9 cubic feet of space. Behind second row, you get 56.6 cubic feet of space, and the maximum cargo is going to be 97.6 cubic feet of space. Let me give you measurements into inches as promised: 23.5. Almost 24 inches. If we drop the backrest, it's going to be electrically controlled, and you have to hold that button. It goes down pretty quickly. Behind that second row seating, you're going to get almost 54, 53.5 inches. And let's go all the way to your center console right there, 86.5 inches. That's a pretty good size for a mid-size SUV, in my opinion. And now from left to right, you're going to get 51.5, almost 52 inches. And let's see how much you can fit for this entrance here. That's going to get you 32.5 right there. Now let me go ahead and show you the controls for those backrest of the third row and second row. For the third row, you're going to be able to pick this up electrically as well, just like this. But when it comes to the second row, you can only drop it, you cannot pick it up. As far as the differences, there is absolutely no difference. And then under this mat, you're going to have your spare tire once you remove this plastic tray. And this is a lot of cubby room here for personal belongings. And now let me show you, if you have the liners and the cargo with the divider, this is how it looks. And these are going to be added option. I believe you're going to pay around $500 for each one, for the liners and for the divider. But when it comes to the controls for the seats, it's going to be exactly the same. And let me show you. You drop the backrest of the third row, just like this. And then let's drop the backrest for the second row as well. So absolutely no difference. Now we are done with the differences for the exterior, and I showed you what's the same. Let's go ahead and see interior differences. Okay, so we are now inside the 2026 Chevrolet Traverse in the High Country front-wheel drive. And I keep mentioning front-wheel drive because that's different. You're going to see a difference here in the interior as well, not just in MPG. So the first difference you're going to see is going to be the seating surface, obviously. You're going to have jet black in both of them, but the High Country will get you the sky cool gray, to where the RS will get you the torch red. And that's going to be different with not just the color, but the stitching steering, and then the RS will have RS engraved in the headrest right here. So those are going to be different. The next difference you're going to see is going to be on the dashboard and the front door inlays. And this is how they look side by side comparison. This inlay, graphic inlay right here, is going to be very, very different. The next difference you're going to see is going to be the controls for the sunroof or the panoramic moonroof. Because it's an added option on the RS, this is how it looks if you have the controls. If you have that added options, you're going to have different controls here. And also the headliner is going to look totally different because that sunroof, it's pretty big. That's why it's panoramic. The next difference you're going to see because of the stitching and the torch red and all that is going to be right here. All the color schemes for the armrest and all that. But no controls are different. You still have the lid in both of them. You still have the cup holders with the chrome around it. You still have the wireless charging pad with your 12-volt outlet, USB-A, USB-C, and this is a bridge right here under your center console. These are going to be your hard buttons for your climate control, and both of them come with tri-zone climate control. Both of them come with heated and ventilated seats, with memory seats as well, with auto park assist as mentioned in the rear, with maps integrated as mentioned in the rear. And let me show you how the map looks like. There you go. Very nice design, very futuristic, very up to date. Go back to the main screen. This is how your interface looks like with Google Assist and Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as wireless with Wi-Fi hotspot as well. Now let's slide this, show you a little bit more. And then cameras, they look just like this in both of them. Absolutely no difference. Your lights in the new Traverse are going to be digital right here, integrated in your 17.7-inch infotainment screen. The same in both. I don't know if you like this option here. I like the hard button for my lights, but each with their own preference. Now the next difference is going to be your steering wheel. You're going to have chrome for the high country, to where the RS brings you dark chrome around with the RS engraved on the bottom, and the steering wheel has the flat bottom on the RS. Everything else is the same here with the Super Cruise and more cruise sensors right here, and then you can go through your themes just like this in both of them. That's a very nice option to have right there. Another difference, because we have an all-wheel drive in the RS and the front-wheel drive on the high country, is going to be the buttons right here. The RS will give you the all-wheel drive button. It's going to be located on the left side of the steering wheel. Now both of them come with electric steering column, which is a very nice thing to have. And then more differences you're going to see on the door panel as mentioned with the graphic inlays, but the controls and the position and the features in both of them are the same, with your Bose sound system, 12 speakers, and this is going to be your button for your tailgate. Now let's go ahead and see what the differences are on the second row and the third row. Now I'm on the second row seating of this high country, and we're not going to go on the RS because I showed you side-by-side pictures with the differences and the comparison. I think that's helpful enough, so I don't have to waste your time with going in that RS as well. Unfortunately, no difference here as far as the standard features goes. Just because the sunroof and the panoramic moonroof is present as an added option on the RS, you're going to have difference in the headliner. What do I mean by that? You're going to have your air vents, different design, different position, and your light is going to be splitted. You're going to have a light on each side, so that's a really nice thing to have, and I really like that sunroof, even if sometimes I find it a little bit annoying. If you have a visor and you can close it, it's not just a panoramic glass. It's very good. I know some people are complaining about the issues because you have the tilt option and that can break very easily. Now moving forward, no other differences. Seats are exactly the same. Obviously the torch red and the color scheme is going to be different, but as far as the controls for the tri-zone heated seats, inverter or the outlet with the 2 USB-C and a little bit of cubby room right here, that's exactly the same for the center console. Here's how the door panel looks like in both of them, side-by-side comparison, and they both come with your door handle on the B pillar. The way you're going to control this seat is exactly the same in both of them. To bunny hop, you have a button right here, and let me just press it again, and this is how it looks when it bunny hops. There you go. And you do not have a button for the third row to bunny hop like the Tahoes or the Suburbans have. And then this lever will help you to drop the backrest, and this other lever will help you to move it back and forth. Now let's go ahead and bunny hop and show you a little bit. Well, before we bunny hop, let me talk a little bit about the leg room in both of them. Front is going to give you 44.3 inches of legroom. Second row is going to give you 41.5 inches of legroom, and the third row is going to give you 32.1 inches of legroom. I'm 6 feet tall, and this is definitely enough space. Absolutely no issue with the space. You can recline this backrest and make it a lot more comfortable. The only problem is that you're going to take space from the third row. So let's put it back into normal position, and I find this very, very spacious for a mid-size SUV. Let's go ahead and bunny hop this and go to the third row seating and see the space there. So now here on the third row of the Traverse, I'm still in the high country. I can see that the seats were simplified. They're not the same as the front and the second row, and it's exactly the same situation in the RS. Legroom, definitely not there. If I move this seat forward, maybe I have enough room, but I trust that you're not going to put your adults here, maybe your teenagers or your kids. 32.1 inches. This does not give me enough leg room unless I move that seat forward. Headroom, definitely there, absolutely no issue. Your lights are going to be located in the middle section right here, and then your air vents, one on each side, which is a really nice thing to have. On the left and the right, you're going to have one USB on each side and two cup holders on each side, exactly the same in both High Country and the RS. Now let's discuss pricing, and here is the MSRP sticker again for the High Country, starting at $55,100, and then with the added option of the bow tie in black, that's going to take you to a different price with delivery fee and all that. And now here's the MSRP sticker for the RS in our video today, which is $57,400, and the price difference between these two is $2,300. So you let me know, what do you think? Do you prefer the more luxurious High Country, or do you prefer the more sportier with torch red RS? You're going to pay extra for that RS, $2,300 extra. So please let me know in the comment section below how I did in this video. If you liked the video, the differences, the way I presented them with the side-by-side pictures, and I think that's really helpful. That really stays in your mind, and you know what to pick when you go to your nearest dealership. So please leave your comment in your comment section below, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.